Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my top 10 books of 2025, plus a few honorable mentions. I think I'll do like 3 honorable mentions, or 4. So starting with honorable mentions, I'm going to do The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. This one is about Helen Graham. She has moved into Wildfell Hall, and the people around her find her suspicious. She is a widow, or is she, with a child, and most of the people around her suspect, maybe she's not as honorable as she should be, but our main character is falling in love with her. So also, I'm gonna apologize just to begin with that my descriptions of things is not the best. My other honorable mention is One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. This is a non-fiction, and it talks about everything going on in Palestine, and it's a criticism of everyone, really. And it's really great, and you should definitely check it out. Now, getting into the top 10, starting with number 10 is Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. This is the 3rd Dune, so I can't say too much about it because, spoilers. I'll just say it's about the children of the main character of Dune. We are following Paul's children as they navigate the positions that they have now been put in the government, as well as other stuff. I won't say too much. I will add I gave it a 4.5 stars, and I really enjoyed it and can't wait to read the next one. At number 9 is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. I do not have a physical copy because I read it online for free, but I gave that one 4 stars, and it is so far my favorite short story that I have read. That one is about a woman who is most likely experiencing postpartum depression, but due to the year it was, her husband, who's a doctor, decides the best treatment is to lock her in a room and just not allow her to interact with anyone or to write or to really do anything, and she kind of starts to lose her mind a little bit. It's very good. At number 8, we have If on a Winter's Night, a Traveler by Italio Calvillo. This one is kind of hard to describe. I gave it a 4.5 star, I think. This book is very crazy. It's like 10 different novels in one. It's kind of about you, the reader, who is on kind of a wild goose chase to try to find the original novel that you wanted to read. It's very strange, but it's really good, and I love the ending. I am a huge ending person. The end of something can change my entire opinion of it. At number 7, we have Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This is a war novel about, it's kind of hard to describe. This book is another kind of strange one, but we're following this main character. We're in World War II, who is just kind of trying to do everything he can to not be fighting in this war anymore. And it's kind of silly, but very serious. It's strange, but very fun. Well, I don't know if fun's the right word, but interesting. I gave it 4.75 stars. I don't know if I said that. At number 6, we have another war novel, an anti-war novel this time, Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbo. This, like I said, is an anti-war novel about a man who, because of the war, he is now sitting in a hospital bed with no arms, no legs, no eyes, no ears, pretty much nothing. He can't hear, see, any of it. And we kind of jump back and forth to before he was in the war, and then now while he's sitting in this hospital bed just trying to just him in his brain and nothing else. And it's really sad. I mentioned already in all the books I read that this book made me cry. And yeah, it's very good. I keep forgetting if I said the rating. It's a 4.75. I think I did already. We are officially into the top 5. At number 5 is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. This is 5 stars. I gave this 5 stars. I think the rest of these are 5 stars. Yeah, this one, we follow these 2 young boys as a very suspicious carnival comes to town. And yeah, it's so much fun. I wish I had read this in October. I already mentioned in all the books I read, I will definitely reread this one in a future October. Maybe not next year, but in the future. And yeah, I really loved this one, which was kind of a surprise. This one is probably my most surprising of the year, because I read Fahrenheit 451 and I wasn't a huge fan of it. Obviously it has a great message, but as a novel, I found it kind of boring. But this one was not the case at all. At number 4, we have The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. This book was so good, so much fun. I mean, yeah, I gave it 5 stars, just to the fact that it could keep me interested for all 1,200 pages. Yeah, this book, if you don't know, it is a revenge story about a man who is falsely imprisoned, falsely accused of treason and imprisoned, and he spends his time in prison coming up with the greatest revenge he can think of, and we follow him through that. Okay, top 3. At number 3, we have Blind Owl. Again, I will not attempt to pronounce this name. You can tell me in the comments. This book is very hard to describe. Man, hold on. It's about this man who he's obsessed with this woman, but it's so strange. The thing I loved about this book is the way it plays with time. Time is like not linear. We start at the end and then like double back. It's so strange. And this book is only 80 pages, but like it felt like a million, not in that it was slow, but in that it just like, I don't know, this book, like I felt like I had to remind myself to breathe while reading it. I will say it has an issue. It is very misogynistic at times, but even through that, it's still a 5 star because this book was just so insane. At number 2, we have Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. This book has been very hyped this whole year for a great reason, or in last year. This book, we are following a man who is trying to write a novel about martyrdom. He wants to, learn more about it and just, write about it. And while doing so, he ends up going to talk to this woman who is spending the last few, I think it's weeks of her, or months of her life at a museum, and just things get crazy after that. And that was a 5 star. And at number 1, also a 5 star, and a book that I wish I read at a younger age, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen, I don't want to try to say that name, sorry. This one, man, what a just sweet, sad, great story. Charlie is now one of my favorite literary characters ever. I love him. He's so sweet. This book is letters being written to an unknown person by our main character, Charlie, who is just kind of a sad high school student. That's kind of a bad description, but yeah, this one also made me cry. It was just beautiful, and I immediately went to watch the movie, and of course it was not on any platforms I could watch it. Now it is, and I need to watch it, so I will get around to doing that before winter break ends. But yeah, this was my number 1 of the year, and that was my top 10. Tell me in the comments what your favorite book of the year was, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.